Hey guys, what's up? It's another video time, and I'm gonna try and make this one better than all the rest. Today we're gonna be talking about Clockwork. As we all know, she's a girl killer, and she's also a creepypasta that I love so much. By that I mean she is one of the best killers of all. Alice, Jack, and all of them got nothing against her. So I'm just gonna say this before everyone starts judging me about this. Every creepypasta has to be unique to the internet and has to have their original origin from the internet. And although they might be famous, all this stuff does not have any blood and gore in it. Sorry guys, but I gotta keep it PG. So let's get this thing started. Okay, first of all, Clockwork really has a clock for an eye, unless you didn't catch me first. Um, she's really not much of a bad person. She was originally known as Madeline, and she always loved drawing gruesome pictures, like macabre things, morbid things, as in blood, guts, gore, all that stuff. And her boyfriend wanted to talk to her after school one day. Well, apparently he wasn't smiling back when she smiled at him. And let me tell you why. He didn't think all that stuff that she was drawing was his kind of style. He hated it and it creeped him out just a bit. And I'm not gonna spoil the ending for you. I'm just gonna say that she was really, really hot in this part. I'm just not gonna say anything else, and yeah. But she is a girl killer, like I said before, and I just gotta tell you that she is one of the best killers of them all. Now, Clockwork is really the kind of girl I would actually want to see. I want to see her in just, not killer form, but something like, I don't know, any other pretty girl form. Now, Clockwork, I'm not sure if you guys think this way or not, but she is pretty. Matter of fact, I do believe that she is one of the best killers of them all. Like I said, like 3 times already, she is pretty, and I'm just gonna tell you this right now while I'm thinking about it. Every person has their own opinion about every killer in the whole creepypasta world. I'm just gonna tell you one thing and one thing only. This is gonna be one of the best creepypastas you'll ever read if you ever want to. All you have to do is just look up on the internet Mr. Creepypasta and then go to Clockwork Time It Up. It's a great video and let me tell you, it's really cool. Now we're gonna talk about her catchphrase, your time is up. Okay, the thing is, time has always been against her. It's never been, it doesn't speed up, it doesn't slow down, it doesn't stop. It forces you to live through torture over and over again, controlled by society. Everything result, jeez, I can't even talk today, resolves around time. Just like the sun, everything orbits around it. Everything orbits around time. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't speed up, like I said before. It lives, it makes you live through torture every single day. There's no getting away from it. For Manly, it was way worse. She would always draw macabre things, and she would also, think of time as a freaking tyrant of every kind. And that's really what I think, too. School was never in her nature of, I don't know. It was okay with school, but people just don't like time, and that's what she was going through. She would always say your time is up. Well, actually, her teacher would always say your time is up, Miss Olette. I'm sitting there watching these videos. I'm thinking, man, she really hates school. She really hates the teachers that tell her this. And every you've seen the movies. Everyone that says that, to a student of theirs is always going to be killed by some girl or guy that does what Manly did. Now, let's talk about why she's called Clockwork. The thing is, she has an actual clock for an eye. See, she had a pocket watch, and she disassembled it until only the clock part was left. Just tick tock, tick tock, tick 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 tock, tick tock, just going like that. And it skipped a couple of ticks. And what really intrigues me about, well, actually, what catch me off guard in this story was that she actually gouged out one of her eyes. She gouged out her left eye. Why? Because time was always against her. She wanted to see through time. She wanted to control time. Is what she wanted to do. She wanted to be in control of time. She wanted to be time itself. Who doesn't want to be, right? Time can go screw itself. Manly didn't like time. So that's why she's named Clockwork. With the coast. Clockwork. Tick tock, tick tock. Your time is up. Now, this is what I think is really cool. Clockwork is not only in a relationship. Yeah, I caught you off guard, didn't I? She's in love with a boy named Tiki Toby that was always bullied at school. They would always call him Tiki Toby because of his godforsaken ticks. And he would always stutter, like a lot. And he would go like this. It isn't what I wanted. This is torture. I want to get away from this God forsaken world. And the only thing keeping him away from that was his ticks. And not only that, that also explains that, he had ticking sounds, like a clock. Like that. Now, okay, her features. This is where it gets really hard for me to explain. Okay, she's usually described as wearing a white tank top, a jacket with fur on the hood, and black jeans, and that's all I can tell you right now. Her facial features include stitches across her mouth, one green eye, and I've already told you this is a clock for an eye. Her hair is brown and messy. She has gloves on, and it's basically just her kind of trend. She loves being the center of attention now, and she has two knives which she always uses to kill her victims. That's amazing to me. Horror has never really been a part of my life. In fact, I never really liked horror. I hated horror, to be honest. Every creepypasta that I've seen made me gag or, just make me want to throw up. Now, the cool thing is about this, I like Clockwork. She's like my favorite killer. One of them, actually. Besides Jane the Killer and Tiki Toby and Jeff the Killer. Any of those. Anyways, it tells you a lot of how the story ends, and it's not really how much of the drama put into it. It's just, I don't know. But I gotta tell you, this story is amazing. Last but certainly not least, my favorite part of all, we're gonna be talking about her style and how she likes to kill people and how it all began. This is gonna be by far the longest one I've ever done. Okay, so the story goes, she started drawing macabre things, like I just told you, and she would always, draw blood in her pictures, and, you know, she loved drawing people getting stabbed by an insane man or something like that, and she lost her boyfriend because of that. That's really stupid for me, but I don't know. It's a story. Anyways, she went to a therapist, well, mental therapist for mental reasons, and when she was about to go home, she how to explain this? She realized she wasn't home when she felt after she woke up. She realized she was not in her bedroom. She was not in her bed. She was in a white bed with white walls in a white room. And everything, she tried to get out of the bed. But to her astonishment, she couldn't because she was being bound down by, well, straps to the bed. She was strapped to the bed. And then she started to calm down once she heard a door to the left open. And a man in a white coat walked in. He looked kind of like those cliche doctors you would see in a scientific lab, and apparently he was a doctor. And most of us think of scientists as cliche doctors or something like that. Pretty low, I know, but here's something else I want to share with you about. Um, she was even psycho in the hospital. Imagine that, being freaking like that in a hospital. Okay, hospitals technically, personally, to my fact that I have, hospitals scare the freaking living crap out of me. I am not kidding. It's just I can't stand them. Anyways, Manley was apparently psycho enough to actually know what the heck is going on. She was going to be, the best killer of them all. We can already know that. And, how to explain this? Doctors tried to hold her down and restrain her, but they hesitated. And then, this is where it gets really scary. Okay, so she was getting multiple injections. The doctors were stabbing syringes in her, just syringes in her veins, to be honest. They were just jabbing it into her blood veins. Nothing popped. And she didn't feel a thing. But after like 5 seconds of them repeatedly stabbing her, literally stabbing a little defenseless girl that can apparently kill people with her bare hands, stabbing her repeatedly over and over and over and over again, she finally passed out. When she woke up slowly, and she was bolted down again. Good lord, this is gonna be really bad. Anyways, They were operating on her, no telling what they were gonna do. I mean, not like that. Stop being gross. Anyways, um, she there's a condition going around. Well, actually, there's a condition that patients go through. They feel every single syringe going inside of them. They can feel, every excruciatingly painful thing that's happening to them during surgery. But they can't respond. The brain is fully active, but they don't know what to do. They can't do anything, but the brain is fully functioning. And they just can't talk or. But somehow she knew what they were doing. Normal person can't do that, but she could. Manly was a strong girl, a really strong girl. And let's see what else can I add. Okay, she started to slip out of the binds, and she killed every single doctor in the room, honestly. And the last one, she decided, oh, I'm gonna do something good with this, you know. And two security guards, you know, ran into the room with syringes. Why didn't they have guns or something? Come on. Or at least a knife. Come on, guys. Okay, look, guys. You gotta be better than this. I mean, if you're gonna kill someone, if you're gonna be a security guard, you gotta have a knife or a gun or something. Come on. Jeez. Anyways, yeah, she was kind of psycho, and yeah, it's pretty disturbing if you think about it. Um, so when they ran into the room, sorry, I got off topic there for a second. When the security guys got in the room, they saw the bed was in rolled into a mattress. It's just folded into a sandwich, and inside the bed was the doctor, blood pouring out from his mouth, gouged out eyes, nose, every. Oh my god, it was just. Ugh, I'm starting to gag already. Anyways, there was in the corner. Manly, the murderer, was in the corner, drawing her gruesome picture in blood. She said, "Hello, friends. Would you like to play?" Obviously, the security guards did the stupidest thing. They tried to stick syringes in her freaking arm, or stomach, or wherever they could. Anyways, um, what can I add? She charged them, dodged the syringe. Wow. Fast reflexes, Mally. Well played. She snatched the knife from one of the security guard's pockets. Cut him right on the waistline. Gross. The other security guard was just so terrifying horror that he dropped his syringe. And this time, Mally was even more um dang it, more infused of killing because of what they tried to do to her. And what was going through her mind was, "You're gonna die." You know, the first thing, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. If you can read people's mind and know that, they're thinking you're gonna die, you're gonna think, "Yeah, I don't want to die yet. Just make me live 2 more years, and then you can kill me. It's fine. But you're gonna die." Anyways, sorry about my voice, by the way. I'm a little sick. Anyways, they were Mally put the sharp end as chest, slid it in really slowly, then slowly started to go down into his bladder, right through the middle of his body. As we all know, you know, his body fell apart and he collapsed to the floor dead. Yeah, when she got home, she basically killed her mom, her dad, and her brother. Yeah, this one's gonna take a long while. Alright, she shoved her mother back in a coat rack, hook, stabbed her in the skull. Okay, Manly started, to amputate on her mother's, chest. This gave Manly not enough time to do what she wanted to, but it had to do. Her mother was just trying to gasp for air. She couldn't do much. Anyways, Manly took out her heart and just squeezed the life out of it and stuffed it in her mother's mouth. Blood was all over Manly's face at the moment. She went back into her parents' room, and her father realized that his wife hasn't returned yet, and she put on a sad, fake face, a fake sad face, saying, "Oh dear, mother's not back. I wonder who will get the money." Ha 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 ha. Maniacal laughter. Gosh. Anyways, she grabbed her father by the forehead and said, "That's all you ever cared about, money." And apparently her father was a fighter. She fell to the ground because of him. He threw him to the ground. And right here is where stuff really gets intense. Okay, so she tripped him, and she shoved a pillow in his face, and started stomping on his, well, actually, no, first, she got one of those round wooden poles off the side of the bed. It was pretty heavy. And she placed it on his legs, and I'm not sure. I forgot. Okay, so she couldn't really get the organs out. Jeez, how I say this. I'm sorry, guys. This video isn't the best I've done. Sorry about that. Freak. Okay, she stuffed the pillow in his face. Gosh, I keep on saying her. His face, and started stomping on it until she heard. That was satisfying to her. The thing is, when she pulled back the pillow, his face was completely mutilated. Then she got the two knives and proceeded to her brother's room. With all this commotion, I could have swore, on a stormy night, I'm pretty sure he couldn't hear anything except for the thunder and lightning. Okay, so what happened was she proceeded to her brother's bedroom. He was in bed. He was hiding somewhere. But where? Mally stepped in the room and said, "Oh, brother, come now. I just want to play." And she listened to, she listened very closely to any part that might be him. His putrid smell, his disgusting, any faint breathing of any kind. Then she stopped. She heard a faint breathing. Whack! Melly was now laying on the floor with a now blade baseball bat held wielded by her younger brother. And oddly enough, she tried to get up, but her brother kept on beating her whack, 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 whack repeatedly. And then he started to take a breather. And that's where stuff started getting really bad. She stuck a sock in his mouth. Started to break off his fingers one by one. He had to swallow back the puke that he was throwing up back because of the sock. Gross, isn't it? Now, she killed him, and she looked in the room that used to be hers. And she saw the giraffe that she had as a little girl. She stared at it and sat down. And she walked to the house and set fire to it, killing her family inside and burning the giraffe. That was her childhood favorite thing. And that is the story of Clockwork. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.